Well, we're out in the cold with YouTube once again. Don't worry, we're not stopping with our videos. We're just getting started. We're going to keep making videos and doing YouTube videos and Facebook and Twitter and email and lots and podcasts. So we're just getting started. But it's amazing how easy it is to get kicked off of YouTube. I remember one of the first times I got kicked off, it was because of a story I did out of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh News ran a story of about a dozen people. They're all blurred. You couldn't hear what they were saying. You couldn't hear what they were saying. You couldn't see who was doing it. But a whole dozen kids were picking on one smaller kid in the middle. I said, I think that's a black on white thing, but I'm not sure. I called the mom up in Pittsburgh. I said, can you send me the original video? Yeah, and she did. That's what it was. It was just as bad as you can imagine. 12 black kids surrounding a small white kid, taunting, harassing, threatening, ultimately beating him. I put that on YouTube, saying this is an example of the kind of black on white violence we see in schools and the bullying we see in schools. YouTube took the video down, kicked me off YouTube because they said I was encouraging violence against children. We were the ones exposing it. YouTube said we were encouraging it. It's kind of hard to get those two things mixed up unless you intentionally try to get it mixed up. The next time we got kicked off was, I don't know, 6, 8 months, a year ago. We did a story out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. A teacher in Green Bay was giving her resignation speech in front of the school board. You guys remember that one? And one of the things she was saying, how her school was this one long episode of violence and chaos in this chocolate school. One of the things she said, that the black students were in the corridor, they're in the hallways, they're not only fighting, they're simulating sex, they're attacking her, they're making sexual comments to her. YouTube kicked me off for reproducing that story because they said I was encouraging some kind of sexual exploitation of children. So now we move to the latest example of this morning. I got kicked off this morning for hate speech. Atlantic Magazine, the Atlantic Magazine, if you look it up, it's known as the most venerable magazine in America. They did a huge story about gentrification, about white people moving into black neighborhoods. We've done lots and lots of stories on this, how this is the worst thing that can happen to a black neighborhood. White people coming into a neighborhood is like the worst thing a black person can see. And that's what this story was all about, except this one took it to a new level. Atlantic Magazine, huge magazine, they used money from the MacArthur Genius Grant Fund, by the way, to write this story. And they said, because white people move into the ghetto, that means white people are going to cause black people to commit crimes. Because everybody knows cops over police black neighborhoods, and white people, they don't like it when black people commit crimes against them. I did a story on that, calling BS on every single word in that article, including if, and but. YouTube called that hate speech. You know, you guys probably already know this if you watch my videos. You know, we don't do the vulgarity thing. We don't do the obscenity thing. We don't drop F-bombs, N-bombs, and we don't like anybody who does. We kick them off the channel. And so now here we are again without a channel at YouTube. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to keep posting on Facebook, okay? Easy to find my Facebook page, or you can go to another Facebook page I have, WG Bleed a Lot. Go over there, follow it. We're going to keep posting on Twitter. We're going to keep doing emails. I just started a podcast. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to build the podcast up. But I think I'm just going to start, it's going to take a day or two to put this together. I'm going to start posting videos on one of my websites. Maybe we'll get a place like minds.com to host them. Then I'll just transfer them over to my website. It'll be a lot easier. So the dream is a lot of people that follow me on YouTube, the audience, especially the great commenters, will come on over to colinflaherty.com when we get it set up. Because we're not going to stop. I mean, we're just getting started. There's just too much. There's too much denial, deceit, delusion. You've heard those words before, but every day it gets worse. Now we get Atlantic Magazine, the venerable Atlantic Magazine, trying to convince us white people, white racism causes black criminality. No, we're going to call BS on that every damn day of the week, every minute of every day. I don't care. I don't care what we get kicked off of. I don't care if I have to put a sandwich board around and start carrying it going, no, this is not everything you're hearing on TV, radio, newspapers about this. Black victimization is a lie. It's the greatest hoax of our generation. I don't care. You know, just the other day I was up in New York for the Anthony Cumia show with a guy named Ron Bennington was the co-host. And I knew Bennington didn't know anything about who I was, what we write about, what I've talked to Anthony about many times. So Bennington decides he's going to, you know, kind of like have a little fun at my expense. I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use him as an example of clueless people talking about things they don't know anything about. And that was my decision to expose him for his cluelessness that he tried to cover up with this veneer of radio hipsterness that I wasn't buying whatsoever. That caused a lot of hard feelings on the part of his listeners. It's funny, as soon as we were going through that, the big argy-bargy he and I had on the Anthony Cumia show, I remember thinking, listen, this is going to be a big buzz, so they're going to like it because it's going to cause people to watch the channel. Okay, fine. But here's what I didn't realize and what I learned since then. One, the people who are my fans, our followers, people who watch this channel, these videos, they basically said, Colin, you did a good job. And who the hell is that guy? If he's a comedian, why isn't he funny? But I was really surprised at the people who are his fans, his followers. It's like, okay, yeah, Ron, you kicked the crap out of that Colin dude. He's a bad person. But then, almost without exception of the hundreds of emails, hundreds of tweets, hundreds of postings all over the damn place, maybe more than hundreds, maybe thousands, everybody that liked him, they could not help themselves. It was vulgar, obscene, dropping these crazy obscene pictures, lots and lots of homophobia, lots and lots of, Colin, you want to do this homosexual act to a member of this ethnic group. It's really weird stuff. I don't know anybody who acts like that. I don't know anybody who acts like that. I don't know anybody who knows anybody who acts like that. And so, you know, it's really kind of a message to us, even as we continue to expose this unbelievable mountain of denial, deceit, and delusion, and exposing the greatest hoax of our generation. It's really kind of a reminder to us that we have to keep our act together. We have to, we have to learn how to talk without racism, without rancor, without apology, with no obscenities, no vulgarities, because that's how we're going to get the job done. So let's keep our eyes on the prize. And we're going to keep our eyes on the prize. We're going to keep making these videos. We're going to keep writing articles, so keep looking for them. I'm very grateful for all the support everybody's been giving me by watching the videos, sharing them, putting a few ducats on PayPal, sending a few ducats to my house, sending cigars to my house. Very, very grateful, very honored for all of this stuff. And I won't let you down. I promise you that. But I can't promise we won't make a few black kids angry.